Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're going to demystify the roadmaps that keep development teams organized. The blueprints that transform complex, abstract ideas into absolutely flawless applications. If you've ever been part of a software build, you already know. Without structure, you're literally just flying blind.
Before we really get going, I want you to ask yourself something. How exactly do developers and testers take a simple feasibility study and turn it into a fully deployed product without the whole thing descending into absolute chaos? I mean, think about it. There are countless moving parts, shifting timelines, wild expectations. Well, the secret sauce? It's all in the life cycles they strictly follow.
So, here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll look at the blueprint of software. Then we'll jump inside the SDLC and inside the STLC. After that, scope and objectives compared, followed by the perfect synchronization, and finally, becoming the software guardian.
Section 1. The blueprint of software. Moving right along to Section 2, inside the SDLC.
So why do teams fundamentally need these structured roadmaps in the first place? Well, following a highly structured SDLC, or software development lifecycle, is an absolute game changer. It basically guarantees that the final product actually meets customer expectations, all while keeping the team strictly within their allocated budget and timeline. Plus, it gives project managers this fantastic, reliable bird's-eye view of the project's health at any given moment.
Think of the SDLC as the construction crew pouring the foundation of a house. To get the job done, they follow these core, chronological phases: planning, analysis, design, implementation, and finally, testing. These stages expertly guide the creation side of the software, taking it from just a cool concept and building it into a real, tangible application.
Okay, Section 3, inside the STLC.
Now, if the SDLC is the construction crew, the STLC, the software testing lifecycle, is our highly rigorous building inspector. Its entire focus, literally 100% of it, is dedicated to validation and verification. The core mission here is to sniff out defects as early as humanly possible. We're talking about making sure the software isn't just kind of functional, but robust, secure, and genuinely user-friendly well before it ever hits the end user's hands.
And just like the SDLC has its own specialized sequence of activities. It kicks off with requirement analysis, but specifically looking through a testing lens. Then, it systematically moves through test planning, test case development, and environment setup before culminating in the actual test execution.
Which brings us to Section 4, Scope and Objectives Compared. When we put these two life cycles side by side, we see two entirely different ultimate objectives. It's actually a really fascinating contrast. The SDLC is all about creation. Its singular goal is successfully delivering a working product. The STLC, on the flip side, is hyper-focused on perfection. Its whole reason for being is to actively hunt down bugs and ensure the product meets incredibly strict quality standards.
And because they have such drastically different goals, what they actually produce looks totally different too. In the SDLC, a developer's primary deliverable is the source code and the application itself. Pretty straightforward, right? But in the STLC, a tester is handing over test plans, test scripts, detailed bug reports, and a final test summary report that officially gives the go or no-go for release.
Let's jump to Section 5, the perfect synchronization.
Now, keeping those distinct builder and inspector goals in mind, let's clear up a massive misconception. A lot of folks think you build first and then you test second. Nope. While the SDLC manages the entire project duration, the STLC actually kicks off the very second the project requirements are defined. It's working simultaneously behind the scenes, running completely in parallel with the design and implementation phases of the SDLC.
This timeline brilliantly illustrates how they synchronize in the real world. Let's look at day 30, for instance. While the developers are head down busy writing code, which of course is a core SDLC task, the testing team isn't just sitting around. They are simultaneously preparing test cases and setting up the test environment, which are absolutely crucial SDLC tasks.
This amazing parallel synchronization ensures that the absolute second a build is ready, testing begins. No delays, no waiting around. In the industry, this is known as shifting left. Basically, you're moving the quality process much earlier in the timeline. And honestly, it's a real game changer. It drastically saves time and fundamentally reduces the crazy expensive cost of fixing errors way later down the line.
Finally, Section 6, the Software Guardian.
Understanding how these macro and micro views flawlessly fit together, it changes everything. As our source material beautifully points out, the SDLC and STLC are literally two sides of the exact same coin. A highly successful project absolutely requires the strong structural framework of the SDLC to actually build the app, paired seamlessly with the uncompromising scrutiny of the STLC to verify it. You simply can't have one without the other.
When you truly master the nuances of both of these vital life cycles, you elevate yourself into what we call a software guardian. You become fully capable of navigating the wild complexities of the development world. You're ensuring that a product isn't just built correctly from a technical standpoint, but, more importantly, that is the exact right solution for the user's actual needs. As we wrap up this explainer, I want you to keep this vital dual focus of creation and perfection firmly in your mind. Ask yourself, how are you going to actively synchronize these two incredibly powerful roadmaps in your own future projects? How will you make sure you aren't just building software, but building it perfectly? Thanks so much for diving into the structural secrets of great software with me today.